There's a clock on this calendar?
There is.
We don't have no long rests or anything, right? Or we didn't rest or anything before we left last week?
Didn't you
We're in
guys
the
rest
middle
before
of
this?
night.
I thought you guys rested before this.
Yeah.
I think
So
we did.
my shit's attuned now?
Well, we're gonna do the recap still, so it's streaming. I'm ready.
I did not double check to see if you guys rested or not. I figured that you did.
I'm pretty sure we did.
Was it a short
I
rest?
can look. No, it would have been a long rest.
Okay.
And how many more do we need to attune stuff?
It depends on the item, but most of them just require one short rest.
That's right.
I guess maybe you didn't take a rest after that. I don't think you did, actually. Because didn't you guys, like, kind of look around the rest of the dungeon, you found the druid, then you pretty much just walked out.
But we
Yeah, I don't think we did.
We had a short rest before that, though. Like, after we defeated the person.
That's true.
'Cause I
We rested
asked
at some
that
point,
last
because I have all my spells.
You rested, yeah, you have all your spell slots back, but you don't have the items attuned yet.
How much did he win?
$1,000 from the second part of the game. But he still won the 100.
Well, that didn't sound like it was supposed to.
He won donuts for a year.
There we go. You getting pumped up? You hear that music? You get pumped up for D&D session?
So fun.
There it is.
Well, I pretty much gave you the summary of what happened. You talked to a druid, and he gave you some pretty confusing information that I don't think you guys have fully had time to sort through yet. He wasn't what you guys were expecting because he was a drow druid, which conflicts with the murals that you've seen and the information that you've gotten from everybody else. But you found out some valuable information. You found out the name of at least someone of importance from the Aasimar War named Rogar. And you found out that Rygar is apparently the chosen one. You don't really know what that means yet. You found out that there is actually something to the elements. And you saw 3 of them. You saw 3 bubbles. You walked into each one. Each one was kind of a not necessarily like desolate, but really lonely place representative of these different elements. But you don't really know how to capture him yet. He was cryptic about it. He basically sounded like he expected you guys to already know how to collect him. Like, if you were there, you should know, is kind of the impression that he was giving off. But you don't. So, ultimately what you decided was to leave and come back at a later date. He couldn't move. He said he can't leave. He was tied up by vines. What else did you find out?
Found out the bard. Or no, the druid guy's name.
Did you write it down? I'll stop telling you guys names. So that particular druid was named Shasta.
That's right, Chester. That's right.
Chester. Chester.
Shasta.
Chester.
So, the other thing that you found out that reminds me of is that the Drow were considered second-class citizens by the elves, and they were kind of thrown into this battle as frontline vanguard type of soldiers. But you still don't really know the context of any of that. You found a history book that you have not had a ton of time to look through yet. That was being held by a human skeleton. I think that's it.
So I didn't
Anybody
write down
remember
his
anything
name.
else? Shasta is Shasta.
Well, was that the guy we saw in the...
That was the druid who was read by the elements.
Oh.
Oh, my mic's muted. He was tied up, yes.
We're currently in combat with some orcs.
Oh yeah.
Giant
So
monster thing.
You guys decided to roll literally the single only number that would wind up in that altercation. The
Classic.
other 11 were actually going to be a little birthday party for Ryan because last week was his birthday.
Aww.
Happy belated.
So- We'll see. Maybe he'll get one the next time it's one of your guys' birthdays.
Maybe there's a birthday cake in one of these things.
There was not a birthday cake, but there was a birthday item.
Don't worry, Ryan.
Excellent.
Once we're done with these trolls, I'll make you an Aria birthday cake. A meat pie.
We'll just
Alright.
keep walking back and forth until we get your birthday.
Roll for birthday.
That's a good way to meet a dragon right there.
I think we should also implement some random rolls for the AF cart.
Meaning what?
That
Like it
somehow they-
accidentally rolls down a hill or something?
Something like that, like some happenings. Not necessarily a penalty, but just so that we have fun little things to tell them.
I think that's a good idea. Let me write that down. I don't have anything for that this week, but I will come up with some stuff.
Oh, because Well's not here.
Like he shat
Is he
himself
okay?
there. Passed out.
Like he rolls for talking in his sleep, or something like that, and he reveals like something funny about his past or something like that.
But I get to make it up.
Yeah.
Like if, okay. Alright, that's a good idea. Why don't you text me these things like 4 days ago?
I just thought of it.
Alright, we can do that. So you roll for 12, and you wound up meeting these orcs. Really mean orcs, and I wasn't intending them to be that mean, but it just kind of, I guess maybe I was taking out a little bit of my anger, but they talked a lot of shit, and Thyla was not having it. She punched the big guy in the face. Next thing we know, you guys are in combat. Gary, I don't remember what you did for your turn.
Came up and stabbed the guy. Sneaky snake.
And then
Oh yeah, then you ducked back.
snake. No, but I can't. So
No,
we
no,
gotta.
it's fine though. Remember, we did the numbers, and you were
Oh, yeah,
only like
okay.
one square, and we moved you a square. But you.
So I gotta pay better attention to my square usage. Got it.
But it was good though. We
Yeah.
figured it out.
Okay. And then Rygar shot something and
Everybody-
Fairy
cast
fire.
fairy fire.
No, not fairy fire. They're asleep.
Oh.
What was that spell again?
Hypnotic pattern.
Hypnotic what?
Pattern.
Okay.
Cutting out.
Hypnotic pattern.
Sorry.
So which ones are asleep? The ones in the middle or all of them?
All of them except for the big guy and the one on
Yep.
the outside.
But then you said if we
I'm
hit
not
them, they
seeing
wake
it.
up, right?
Yeah. If you
Map.
hit them,
Here, I'll show the
there you
map.
go. There you go.
So which one wasn't asleep? The big guy's not asleep, and then
Big
which
guy's
one?
asleep, And this one's not asleep.
Yeah, right, okay.
Everybody else.
So
is
this
asleep.
guy's asleep.
Guys, look at our new characters. Don't they look cool?
Oh yeah, you can check out your new characters now. If anybody does not want this and wants to use your old one, you can.
What happened with my locks? I mean, wow.
Do you want your locks back?
I'm Mexican, but you didn't have.
I made it look more like you, yeah.
Wow.
Steve made mine look like me too.
You got rid of my blonde hair, my blue eyes.
Do you want your blonde hair and blue eyes back?
And I like this figure, but you know, a little gold hair. You know, when I go save.
I mean, I can give him gold hair. I can give that exact figure gold hair.
All right, give him gold hair.
You can just change them. Just send Steve notes on what you want him to look like, and he can change it. It's really easy.
I mean, make him look like Liberace.
All right. This is going to be a portrait of Liberace next week.
Yes. He's gonna make a portrait of Liberace next week from here.
All right. How long does this last again? Here, let me just look up the spell.
Oh yeah. Fuck. Hold on. Greg just told me we have a Liberace magnet. So let me take a picture of it. Stop it. Which one is it? Where is he? He's not on here.
Oh my god, this is so cute. I have to share it.
Oh. We're gonna take a picture of.
That's Bert when we get the battle.
Should do
What?
flash. I looked him
Okay,
up.
does everybody... Okay, well, here's the relevant things about hypnotic pattern. They're charmed for the duration. While charmed, the creature is incapacitated and has a speed of 0. The spell ends if it takes any damage or if someone else uses an action to shake the creature out of its stupor.
And it lasts up for 1 minute.
1 minute, 10 turns,
Dirty.
10 rounds.
So they just can't do anything, but we can't like attack them or do anything
Right.
like the stuff around them.
But the ones who aren't sleeping can go wake them up.
Gotcha. So we need to kill the ones that aren't sleeping?
Pretty much.
Okay.
Alright, any other questions? Did I miss anything?
Look at general.
We ended on Bem's turn, I think.
Yeah, I'll get something real fast.
So is Will in the cart, or are you going to take control of him for combat, Steve?
He's gonna be in the cart.
Gotcha.
For now, I'm not gonna represent him right in this fight. I mean, he's just sitting in the cart.
Just have him hide in the bush like he's scared, like he normally does.
Well, he can't because Farron's already in the bush.
Okay.
Alright, so it's Bem's turn. You got orcs pissed off at you, you got orcs sleeping on the job, you got a big ass thing with 2 heads snarling at you.
Alright, I'm gonna move up to here, and I guess just cast level 3 guiding bolt on big guy. Damn.
Alright, let me pull him up here.
Guidance.
I don't think I can give guidance to myself.
Damn.
Does that even work on an attack roll?
I don't think so. No, it would be a check.
So 10 does not hit.
Well,
Sucks.
alright, then let's see. I'll cast a Sacred Flame cantrip on him. So he has to make a Dex saving roll. Or take 1d8 radiant damage.
Crap, I didn't open all the things. Hang on.
Oh, I'm sorry, it's 2d8 now. I'm 5th level.
Nice.
Time out. You said it's a dex save?
Yeah.
Alright, here's the d20. And this is on the big guy?
Yeah, Dex save of 15, I want to say.
Alright, so we have a 10. Or no, that's me. 6. -1, so it's a 5. So
Alright,
he did
so
not
two.
pass that.
Not a dexterity
Alright,
roll, though.
Didn't think you would be.
Alright. And what spell was that?
The cantrip, Sacred Flame.
Okay. Alright, so yeah, you cast Sacred Flame off. After the guiding bolt misses, kind of flicker a little bit of flame at him. Really doesn't notice too much, kind of shakes it off, but it connects.
Return. Return.
Alright, next is Jet.
Oh, right. So there was something I wanted to do, but it's a little splashy, so I'm not going to do it. So I am looking over. All that stuff's leveled, right? So I can see over it. The debris.
Yes,
Like,
all of the debris is the way you guys left it.
gotcha. Well, I'm a simple man. I look at the biggest target. I think that's the biggest threat, so. I look at Gary, and I go to attack him. No, I'm kidding. Go the troll. So I am going to cast level 3 catapult. We're at the 3rd level. But I'm also going to burn 3 sorcery points to do twin spell. Which means I'm going to cast another one at the orc that's still awake to the south. The things that I'm using, I can pick up 20 pounds worth now. Is that enough to pick up those small boxes of debris?
They aren't really boxes anymore. Remember, you guys burned all this shit, so it's really just like
True.
more just ash than anything. But you can probably find like rocks and like shit like that around.
I'm just gonna have to draw a rock in from the side that I see there. So I'm just gonna like skeet shoot it across at them. So both of them have to make a dex saving roll of 14 or better.
Alright, so which two? The big guy and who else?
The big guy and the southern dude that's awake.
This guy.
Indeed.
And you said it was a dex save?
Yeah, 14 or better.
Why is my die not showing up? There it is.
Let me double check to see how many sorcery points I have to burn.
Alright, so this is for the big guy. Natural 20. So
Damn.
he's gonna pass that save.
Damn. Word.
Okay, I don't know. I mean, I don't know how I'm supposed to roll.
Alright. I see him making the switch to this format did not impact his rolls at all. Like, well, they're still going to take some damage. It's going to be glancing. So let's see.
Last one was a 7, if that means anything.
I mean, it would have been better before the nat 20s, definitely. Alright, so the first guy I'm rolling for, and it's going to be halved. Oh, I have the sparkly dice. Forgot. So we'll call that. Yeah, so we'll call that 6 on the big guy, unfortunately.
Okay.
And then the second guy,
Oof.
better.
Pretty good. 11.
11, yeah. And I could spend sorcery points to like reroll damage on that, but it's already failed, so it's like no point.
Okay.
That's me, yeah.
So you pick up the rocks,
Or actually, I
launch
guess
them
I
over
gotta-
there. The big troll-looking guy that you haven't quite identified yet manages to swing his club up and out of the rock before it gets to him. But the little pieces and shards kind of still get through and kind of pepper him with these sharp, tiny little rocks. The other orc, seeing what happened, seeing you kind of pick up and levitate these rocks, dives for cover behind anything that he can, manages to just get underneath it, but kind of scrapes along his back, and kind of rolls him over and knocks him back just a little bit.
So, meta question. I still have my points of movement, right, before I do my bonus action?
Yep, you can do those in any order.
And it's 5 feet per space?
Correct.
Perfect. That means that's all my movement right there. And then with my bonus action, and thankfully the cast time is bonus, I'm going to do something new. You guys start to see like fire and smoke come from my hands, and then like a pretty nasty smell like rotten eggs. And it is sulfur that I'm generating. Poison sulfur. So then I hit my hands together and it kind of froths out in like this sparky like mist at the southern guy. And it is poison spray. He has to make a con saving roll of 15 or better. Roll.
Stink bomb.
Rural. Sorry.
Rural.
Yeah. Road.
That would be con save. He gets +3 to con, but it's only 7 still.
Alright, so he fails, which means he takes 2d12 poison damage from the noxious gas coming from my... Yeah.
Roll it. It's a hell of a cantrip.
Yeah, it's a really fucking good cantrip. 20.
So, damn, did you cast that at level 2?
Yeah. It scales up automatically.
Oh, yeah, I see that now. 5th level, 2d12.
Yeah.
Damn, that's dirty.
I think it's sorcerer specific. Anyway.
What was the damage? I didn't see it.
20.
Alright, so
What
you
was that
kind of sprint through the
Poison
it's called
spray?
poison spray. Sprint through the debris, do what you said, clap your hands. Guys choking back down, falls down to his knee, can barely breathe, but manages to get back up, stay on his feet. He can barely lift his weapon up at this point, but he's still standing.
Alright, and that's absolutely all me. I'm done. Like, I can't do anything else.
Alright. Next is the orcs.
No.
Oh,
Beef
fuck.
canoes.
Excuse me, the douche canoes.
Thank
Yep.
you.
Only one of them can move, which is the guy that you just choked with your poison rotten egg smell.
Hey, I was kind of hoping that would kill you, buddy. Alright.
So, in a panic, he stumbles back, goes to his leader, kind of leans on him, tries to shake him awake, manages to shake him awake. Remove sleep. However, I believe that uses his action. I'm gonna double check that. Oh man, that tab is long gone. There it is.
It's an action.
It is an action? Alright, I'll take your word for it.
Sorry.
You have
Yeah,
to shake
he
or
uses
you
an
could
action.
slap him. Shake or slap the sleeper awake.
Right, so he shakes him, he kind of goes up and grabs onto him, leans on him, and he wakes up, and I believe the guy waking up doesn't get a turn, right? It's right, he doesn't get a turn. So, that's it for the orcs. The rest of them are still snoring.
Big guy is awake.
Right. Now it's his turn.
Oh, okay.
He's not an orc.
Um,
So, he, back from his vantage point of seeing everything that's happened, little ticked off about being stabbed in the back, but the thing that pisses him off the most is the fact that this Dragonborn right here decided that she was going to punch his dear leader in the face. So, he's going to sprint straight forward to right here.
let's go, Skank. On top
He's
of
going
this
to knock this guy back, smack him, and I am going to roll.
guy. That's his action.
Huh?
You smacked him. That's his action.
It's not his action. I'll let it be his bonus action if you want. Smacks this guy out of the way. Where'd he go? There he is.
I'm scared, y'all.
You're scared to get hit by this guy?
No?
You should be.
I got luck on my side. Let's go.
Where be?
You will be. Which would be a so 2d8 plus 5. Oof. Sorry, buddy. Shouldn't have fallen asleep. So that's gonna be 15. So he smacks this guy, knocks him prone, and he takes 15 damage. So runs up, knocks this guy out of the way, shatters into the rubble, laying on his back, just trying to struggle, fight his way to his feet. But at this point, he is still lying on the ground. It is still Big Boy's turn. He is going to do a multi-attack, because he can do that. +7 to hit on both. So I'm going to roll 2 d20s. That would be a 6 and a 16. The first one is a 13. The second one is a 23 to hit.
Can I re-roll the second one?
Are you allowed to do that? Can you do that with luck?
Yeah.
You can do that to other people's rolls?
Yep.
So if the 13 doesn't hit, I take it?
So 13 doesn't hit. And then 13 plus
That
whatever.
other people's
Fuck.
hit?
So he hits it.
So it's a 20.
Yeah.
So use one of your lucks again.
That's fine. I at least kind of tried.
Alright, so the second one hits. The first one is with his main hand, second one is with his offhand. His offhand hits for same thing, 2d8 plus 5. So that's going to be...
Oh my god, don't knock.
13. No, 12, sorry.
Cake. Alright.
So it runs up to you, swings his left hand. You manage to duck under it, swings his right hand. You kind of block the blow. Just in a rage, he winds back, swings it at you one more time. This one, you kind of take, it kind of buckles through your block and kind of crumples you a little bit underneath it. And you take that damage.
Is it my turn? Is it my turn?
Yeah, that's it actually for them. Thyla's turn.
Alright, so this motherfucker thinks he's fucking hard. I'm gonna take Flame Smash, and I'm going to embody whatever evil or positive spirits I have inside me and do level 2 Divine Smite. Dump it into my Flame Smash. Or not Divine Smite. Yeah, Divine Smite.
Yeah, that's your paladin skill.
Yep. And I'm going to hit him. Hot.
God.
And I get to hit him twice. I get 2 attacks.
You got multi-attack?
No! I'm using luck. Because I used my fucking Divine Smite. God damn it, I hate this. Oh. Yeah, I have multi-attack now.
Damn, you strong.
Alright, 24.
Well, 24 hits.
So that's 2 lucks, right? How many do you get?
3.
You already used one, right? For something random?
No, that was it.
I think she's lying.
Okay. You look at our character sheets more than you think I'm lying.
You don't update your character sheet.
So 9 plus fire damage, 11 plus. So level 2 Divine Smite. I don't know how to up the damage because we didn't put the Divine Smite in right in my sheet. Is it just 1 extra D8?
It's as
level?
right as it can be in there, but I don't know what the spell does at level 2.
Oh wait, it says right here.
Plus 1d8 for every spell. So it's a 3d8. So just roll your 3d8 and add it to 11.
Is he an undead or fiend?
No.
3d8, damn.
Woo.
It's a level 2
14.
spell. This takes a spell slot.
So 25.
Awesome.
Yeah, so that's 25 damage.
11
So-
plus. Yeah.
Alright, so you step up to the plate against this guy after he kind of
Cute.
swung at you, pissed you off a little bit. Combat music ended.
I
Wrong
call
with
him cute. Cute.
There we go. You said, "Hey, cutie," and you reach up to the heavens with your hammer held above your head, and this bolt of lightning comes out from nowhere, and then you kind of swing it back behind your head, and these shadows come out from all around you and kind of suck into the head of the hammer as you swing it straight at one of the heads. And he just barely is able to get his shoulder in front of the blow, but instead of actually getting a non-vital part in the way of it, you manage to hit the second head, and the hammer connects, and an explosion of light and shadow and fire kind of scorches the area right where it hits. And finally, on your backswing, you look up at him, and you see his face is just this charred mess of just blackened swollen, bloody mess on the second head.
I hit him again. Same head, second head. Yeah, bitch.
25 hits. Man, how'd you get so strong? When did this happen?
Yeah. 14.
I have to nerf you a little bit. So as he's reeling from that first hit, you swing back at him, trying to connect across the chest, and
Oh no,
Kinda-
same head.
you're aiming at the same head.
Yeah.
Okay. You're in the same head, and as you bring it down, he manages to move his body and get out of the way so that the hammer strikes him across the chest and scrapes across like his vest that he's wearing, kind of shreds it a little bit, connects with his pec, and you can see he's kind of reeling from both hits at this point. And the head on the right is kind of looking over at the head on the left, concerned and confused. And you can see the left arm is just kind of reeling, scraping around in the air for something, anything, as he's kind of trying to recover from this.
So that was 25 plus 14.
Okay.
Is that the highest? 39?
That's 2 attacks. I mean, are we doing single turn damage?
So we're doing single turn damage and single hit. And I just took
What's single turn damage record?
38 with Meadman's guiding bolt crit.
All right.
I'm not saying I rolled great, but I'm still
Have
excited.
have we really not had higher than 38 yet?
No, not in total turn.
I could potentially roll very high if they.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, you're challenging us
higher than
sorcerer here.
38
Yeah.
Taking
all right. I like it.
it
All right. So what was that? What did that put the record at?
39.
All right. Current record for single turn is 39.
Yep.
I don't know what single hit record is.
38. It's 38. A single hit. It was his crit.
Oh, so it was one hit? Okay.
Yeah, you fucked
So
him
single
up.
hit for 38. That's going to be hard to beat.
Yeah, that's insane.
No, I have versions of Guiding Bolt that do better than that now. And I need to get in close and do some damage. I have some nasty close stuff. I'm just never close.
Bonus action. Nothing. I'm
Where is
gonna
it?
move a little bit though.
Okay, you're still going. Nice.
Ryan hasn't said anything for a while. That means he's going to say something that's going to have to make me think really hard. All right. So I'm going to do this and this and this. Something that's never happened in D&D before.
I like that though. Think outside the box.
Yeah, I do too. It's fun. So this is the full version of the intro song that I normally play, by the way.
Okay. I just moved one square, but I feel better.
Okay. That should be your turn, right?
That's it.
All right, Care Bear.
I'm stealth up to this gentleman here. I gotta roll for that.
Nope, he's asleep.
Oh, he's asleep. Oh, sweet. So sneak attack, yes.
Sneak attack, yes.
All right, I'll hit with my 2 swords and do my sneak attack. So rolling to hit on the first one, Aquitas.
Aquitus.
Yikes.
That does not hit.
Yeah. So I can't hit with my other one.
Hit from stealth, does you have advantage or no?
Is that how we're doing stealth?
I have no idea. I thought
No,
that was-
stealth. I
No,
have
it's an
advantage,
extra
but not for
1d6,
hits.
right?
Okay.
Plus you can deal an extra 1d6 damage to one creature you attack if you have advantage.
Sneak attack.
Yeah, beginning at first level. Blah 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 blah. Once per turn, you can deal an extra 1d6 damage to one creature you hit with an attack if you have advantage on the attack roll. The attack must use a finesse or range. You don't need advantage on the attack roll if another enemy of the target is within 5 feet.
But do I have advantage because he's asleep?
Yes.
Well, I have to look at Rygar's spell again. What's that spell called, Rygar? Rygar's not here.
Oh, fucking Mike's muted.
Hypnotic pattern.
Let's see what condition that puts on him.
They are charmed.
Incapacitated. Can't take actions or reactions. Nothing about advantage.
Okay, so I'll just do my sneak attack damage. Or no,
But the
I
thing
can't do
about
that.
your sword doesn't have to connect. You can still swing the other sword because that's a function of those magic items, right? Because if you read it, it says if you use your action to attack, you can attack with the other weapon, but
Okay.
you can't use an attack action on your bonus action. So you can still swing Veritas.
Yeah, there we go.
23 hits, and I'll even let you use your sneak attack damage on this one.
All right. Nice. That was a 10 damage swing.
Plus the 1d6.
3d6.
3d6? Okay. Is that a level thing or something? Damn,
Yeah.
nice ones.
Thanks.
Still
18 total.
Yeah.
Alright. So you were kind of lurking back among the rocks and roots and rubble, watching the goings on, and right as Thyla's swinging her blessed, cursed hammer, you pop out of the roots, run straight towards this guy, but stumble a little bit, miss your first swing, but catch him with your other side on the way down, and just slice him down his back from right shoulder down to left hip. And about halfway through the slice, he comes to, wakes up from being charmed, and lets out a piercing cry of pain and anguish as you're cutting through him. That would be this guy. And that was 18, right?
Mm-hmm.
And while he's, clearly bleeding, severely injured, he's still standing.
So I would have to disengage instead of hide.
Correct.
All right, so I'll disengage. I moved 15, so there's another 10 behind the cart here.
So it's not the cart still, it's just like a pile of rubble and shit. But not high enough to even hinder line of sight. So it's really not much cover.
Is this a crevasse or is that just a hill from upside?
It's the hill that slopes upward.
All right, fuck it. I'll just disengage.
Where are we at now? That brings us to Rhaegar, right?
Since that rubble is easy to walk over, could you have gotten farther?
It's not challenging terrain, so you can get as
Yeah.
far as you want.
Like
15
from
feet though, right?
Mhm.
Or are you 25?
15.
wherever you were.
Okay.
All right.
I guess, yeah, I was here. 15. 1, 2, 3 there, and then
Well, are
Yeah,
you 30 or 25 for your total movement?
30. So I guess I
Okay,
can move
yeah,
all the
so
way
you
here,
can
but
move one more square.
I want to stay there so I'm in range of gentlemen.
Okay. Also, I guess we don't need this anymore. Next turn is Rhaegar.
All right. Each square is 10 feet, right?
5 feet.
Or 5 feet. Okay, cool. Where are we? 5, 10, 15. Oh yeah, I'm definitely in range. All right, I want to use Shatter on these two in between. It's a 10-foot radius sphere. Sudden loud ringing noise, painfully intense, erupts from a point of your choice within range. Each creature in 10-foot radius sphere centered on the point must make a Constitution saving throw of 14. A creature takes 3d8 thunder damage on a failed save, or half as much damage on a successful one.
Sweet. Okay, con save. Something else cool about that spell too. And where did you put it?
If I put it here, would it hit those 4?
What's the radius on it again?
10 feet. So yeah, down and then above, right? Oh, I can hit multiples, yes.
Should make you draw the circles.
I mean, you teach me.
Hold the alt for circle. Hold the sun. So you can do Well, that doesn't show up very good. Why is it such a thin circle? Oh, because I have it set to thin. So what you can do is click on the drawing thing, the little.
Draw shape, the square.
Yeah, exactly. And then if you hover over draw shape, you can see draw a rectangle, hold Alt for circle, hold Shift to snap to grid. So, and then you can change the thickness of the line. So, like, you could draw your circle if you want to.
Uh-oh.
Somebody's going to be probably drawing something that they probably shouldn't be drawing up there. Thought for sure that was going to be a wiener.
No, I'm trying to draw the circle, and it's not. I can't get it to the circle setting.
Are you on a Mac?
No. Like, fucking, how
Wow.
dare you?
Now you're just moving Bird around.
That's not me. Somebody's fucking with Bird. Draw a rectangle.
Who else has control of
hold
Bird?
Alt for circle or eclipse. Okay.
Oh yeah, I forgot I gave everyone control of that. They're definitely going to abuse that.
Oh, okay.
Tug of war. No one can control him, sorry.
But, like, what I'm trying to get is how do I get a drawn circle that's 10 feet? Like, is there no pre-existing one that I could do?
No, you have to just draw it manually.
Oh, well, that sucks. Okay. I'm learning. Alright.
So it's a 10-foot radius sphere, so I would cast it on a point. And so let's say you cast it right here. Then the way this works, I mean, technically it would be a square anyways because of the way D&D does measurements. So you could just draw a square.
Well, that's my best I'm gonna do.
I think that's fine. But yeah, I mean, you hit all three. You're not going to hit any more of those than those guys anyway, so that's fine.
Well, there's 4 in there, isn't there?
Yes, but I mean, like, regardless of how big the circle is, that you're only going to hit those anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Or did I say 3? I meant 4, sorry.
That guy's sleeping. I'm gonna wake him up, but I'm pretty sure this guy's probably gonna die soon.
Lovely.
So this is the big guy. He rolls an 8, and this is a con save, right?
Con save of 14. Yes.
That would be 11 for him. Next to the 3 orcs. I'm just gonna roll 3. So 11, a 2, and a 14 with a +3. So that's a 14, a 5, and a 17. And what was the DC?
Where's the DC at?
It's 8 plus your spellcasting modifier plus your proficiency modifier.
Oh, mine doesn't show that. It's just in the spells list that shows the damage roll.
Well, I mean, what's it called, Shatter?
Yeah, it doesn't do a hit DC.
So if it doesn't define the DC, then it's 8 plus your spellcasting modifier plus your proficiency bonus.
Which is my spellcasting modifier.
Charisma, I think?
It's always my highest, right? Yeah.
Usually.
So 3 plus proficiency bonus, 3, 6 plus 8, you said?
8 plus, yeah, exactly.
So it's 14.
Yeah, it's charisma. Alright, so the DC is 14. That means that... Actually, the one guy that I was expecting to pass it fails. This guy... Whoops, still got my square. This guy... This guy makes the save, this guy makes the save, this guy in the red cape does not make the save.
Would this guy make the save since he's incapacitated?
Yes, he would still get it.
With disadvantage?
Now, let me look up exactly what it says.
What's the skill?
Can't take actions or reactions.
So he can't react to it.
Correct. So This guy right here in the red is the only one that failed the save. The other three made the save.
All right.
That's the save.
All right. Let's cast the damage then. Yeah. Oh, they're fucking sixes. Nice.
Half as much on a successful save, so everybody takes the damage.
Yeah.
Alright, so you bust out your holophone and kind of blow into it as hard as you can. It makes this squeaking noise and sends out this weird kind of almost broken mirror-like sphere of distortion of the light around you, and kind of gets to the center of the circle and shatters into a million pieces, sending shards out everywhere. The guy sleeping manages randomly, out of nowhere, just doesn't happen to get hit by very many of them. This guy in the red cloak here, simply by being closest to the epicenter of the blast, takes just a face full of shards. And kind of when he recovers from it, he's kind of scraping at his face, just trying to get this broken glass off his face. This guy at the bottom, after seeing this happening, ducks out of the way, manages to avoid most of them, but still kind of catches quite a few of them in kind of like his shoulder and his side. And of course, Big Boy takes the full brunt of it, catches shards all over his body, but at the same time, it doesn't look like they really can get through his thick skin. They just kind of just slightly embed themselves into it, and as he kind of swipes them all off him, they just kind of fall off, not seeming to do all that much damage. Oh, I take that back. Hang on. One guy's gonna die from this. This guy. Yep, that guy dies from it. So he tries to duck out of the way of it, but unfortunately for him, one of the pieces of glass just catches his jugular, and the next thing he knows, he's bleeding out from this massive hole in his neck. Falls over. Dead.
Alright.
Can you put my die back on?
Wait, I don't know how many hit points Bert has. He's level 4. Well...
Yeah, has Bert like get a turn yet?
Yeah.
I don't...
He's with me, so I take it I'm controlling him right now.
He does get a turn.
Alright. Bert sees my attack. I call him forward. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. After he sees the explosion, he goes for this guy. I tell him to claw him. So it's 2d6 plus 4 slashing damage.
Alright, roll for attack.
What's the roll for his attack?
It should be the plus X to attack number before or like right after claw for whatever level he is.
But I don't have a griffin in my inventory.
Well, you gotta have the little card pull up.
Yeah, Dad.
What level is he now?
He's level 4. Plus 2.
Alright, so he gets it's a plus 2 to hit.
He's a 5 now. He's 5 with us.
I thought he was 5, but either way it's a plus 2 to hit.
He's 5.
Oh yeah, he is 5.
It's a plus 2 to hit until he hits 8.
So how do I roll my hit for it then?
Roll a 1d20 and add 2 to it. Yep. 10 does not hit. He's just a little guy. He's just like a little toddler, little teenager.
All
Somewhere
right.
in between.
Well then.
So you sick bird on him, runs up, tries to scratch at him, just can't quite get through the armor. And he's now in harm's way.
Bert, return.
Attack of opportunity. Watch out. I mean, I didn't say nothing.
Oh.
God damn it. All cool grass and shit and